project I'm working on right now is this old Ford F4. It's a 51, I do believe. My grandpa gave me this truck, and it's in really good shape for the year. It's someone has previously hacked up and put a different engine and transmission in it. The engine that's currently in it is, this hood's not attached. Under here, it's not original, and it doesn't have any compression. And I want to make this thing run and drive. So we're gonna pull that engine and transmission out, and I have plans to put something else in it that'll probably be kind of different. And yeah, I've never worked on a 50 models Ford, so if I'm not mistaken, this nose cone right here, these fenders and stuff on the front, comes off. It's easy to get in and work. I don't know that, I've never worked on one, but I'm pretty sure this comes off. So I'm gonna get to working and see if I can get this front piece off, get some easy access in there. So let's get to doing that. Alright, with this off, you can see this engine. Check out that motor mount, stacked up some iron belt. And yeah, my grandpa told me what engine this was. I don't know, really don't remember. But he got it and wanted to fix it up, but I think he wants one that's just got a pickup bed on it. So I mentioned that if he ever got rid of it, I'd like to have it, and yeah, he decided he wanted rid of it. I'm pretty excited. Let me go get it and I'll show you what I want to put in here. Here's the engine I want to put in this. This is an 01 F450 with the V10 Triton in it. I bought this truck. I need the cab and the chassis. I don't need any of the drivetrain out of it for what I'm doing with it. So I was just going to sell this, but then I got tossing around ideas, and I'm like, I could put that in that 50-some Ford. Maybe. Now that they're both sitting here, I'm going to start pulling a tape measure and make sure it's physically going to fit in this hole. And then figure it out from there. And it's not as cool as I'd love to put like a 12 valve Cummins in here, but I just can't justify spending, you know, $4 or $5 grand to do that in something that I'm just going to drive a couple times a year. Versus this, I have it, and it's kind of a byproduct of what I'm doing. I don't have a use for it. I was going to sell it for like $500, but I think I'll just put it in there. Yeah, and I pull the tape measure. I don't know what's going to fit and what's not, but yeah. Only thing I'm leery of doing this is this does have an automatic transmission, so getting it to shift right in that truck, I don't know how that's going to work. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but yeah. So get into making sure it will physically fit. Okay, according to my rough measurements that probably aren't very accurate, that thing should fit in here. It's going to be tight, but it should fit. So, the radiator will not fit, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Yeah, so I'm going to work on trying to get this nose cone, I don't know what you call it, off of here. But get this off. I think it stays in one piece. I'm not 100% sure. But try and get this out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and see if we can pull that engine transmission out. So I'm going to get to doing that. Alright, I believe we're finally ready to set this nose off of here. Now, if you had a couple people, it probably wouldn't be too bad to just set that off, but by myself, had to use some hydraulic power. But I don't even think I messed it up. Sweet. Well, now at least I can get right in here to this engine, and that should make that pretty easy. So I'm gonna get ready and take all this stuff loose, and yeah, then we'll be pulling this engine transmission out of here. Right, the camera ran out of memory at some point during this engine removal. Hopefully it got it, but that probably would have been easier to separate the engine transmission and pull them each out separate instead of together. But nonetheless, because this thing had to twist around stuff sticking off its transmission in two different directions, yeah, it was kind of tricky. But anyways, so that's all good. That's out. So yeah, now I'm going to hit this with the pressure washer, some degreaser, get it cleaned up, and that's probably about all I'm going to do for right now. I'm going to spray out this inside of this cab too. It's got a bunch of acorns and stuff from critters living in it. But yeah, so let's watch this really fast. Right, well, that was pretty successful. We got it all cleaned up. So I guess it'll sit like this for a little while until I get a chance to start tearing this one apart. But I don't want to set the cab off of this until I set the bed off, and I don't want to set the bed off till I use this lumber stacked up on here. So I got some other stuff to work on, but I mean, I could probably pull that with the cab on, but it needs to come off anyways. Plus, I'll have to get all the wiring and the computer and stuff out, and I don't even know where the computer's mounted at on these, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, hopefully this little project goes good. This is kind of an idea that just popped in my head with this. So I was like, that's actually not a terrible idea. I mean, I wouldn't buy a V10 just to do this, but I have it, so it don't cost nothing. Might as well do something a little different. We'll have to get the drive shaft made to adapt once I get everything set in. I'm sure we'll have to make up some motor mounts, but according to my measurements, it should fit, and it'll fit in between the frame rail, so hopefully it clears under the cab, and the height's good with the hood and everything. I guess we'll find out when we get there, but yeah, pretty cool. It's the first time I've worked on something this old. Pretty neat. In here cleaned up nice. I said that's just got random miscellaneous parts in it. I don't leave these doors open all night so this water will evaporate out of here. And go from there. I don't know what this original clutch pedal goes to over here. I didn't pay no attention to it. Oh, it goes down there to that linkage. Okay. Cool deal. Well, I'll either end this video here, or we'll pick back up when we tear that other truck apart. I'm not sure. I may split this one up. So, if this is the end, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.